Alright, what is up YouTube? How are you guys doing today? Just wanted to talk about some Payday 3 beta mostly. That's the video plan, is talk about Payday 3 beta while I'm out on my way to go get a new tattoo. Not sure what it's gonna be. It's gonna be one of those get what you get and you don't throw a fit tattoos, and you know, it'll be what it'll be, but we'll see. We'll have to see. But I wanted to talk about the Payday 3 beta while I was on the way over there, because I did get a day one access. Shoot, I had it by like noon o'clock that day, but I was working, so I didn't play it until I got home. I played it for about 3 hours. Server issues, stuff like that. You know, it was fun for the amount I could play. And then for about the next 15 or so hours, the servers just were absolutely like dead. Like you could not log in. And I guess that's going to be a problem if they decide to do this always on, like always requiring an ether or internet connection and where it does play. I get the purposes of it, but they should at least offer a side offline mode that maybe you don't progress in leveling, anything like that. But if they had a side, like an offline, no progression thing, I'd get that a lot better. At least in the beta, it's forcing you to do matchmaking. I hope the real game, it'll allow me to do actual solo. Earlier, I was lucky enough to get into a game with this dude who, he didn't really know too well. I guess he didn't know about the game, and he understood the mechanics, so he didn't go and mask up and start shooting everything up right away. So I was really thankful to that. But it was essentially a solo stealth that I had to do. You know, I did every... Oh my god, that is a lot of rocks. Alright. You know, I was able to do the solo stealth, get the executive, all of that for the requirements of the mission. And it was fun. But I don't know, it was... the fact that I can't run as solo just kind of makes me a little bit sad right now, because I want to learn and improve my skills before I try to, you know, take that into an actual game, you know. But I guess that's what the beta's for. I'm able to pick up and learn the skills now, so when the actual game comes out, I'll have that stealth ability for how to be stealthy in the game. But the beta is really fun, guys. It is so much fun. I am really hyped for when the game comes out. At first, I was very hesitant, and I was going to wait for the game to come out and see reviews. But from all the people trash talking it on their little forums, I was giving it so much praise, because honestly, they've got the good foundation there to make it such a great game. They really do. There are the small little problems that you're going to have with every game, but it is in beta. You know, it's not supposed to be released for 6 weeks. If the community would just, you know, stop trashing the game and would actually give them proper feedback, they could get these issues fixed now before it's an issue later. And for the most part, they have. Some of the things that I had posted up in my initial 3-hour review versus my 11 hours after playing it, that first day, you know, I had posted after the servers had some issues. And yeah, so some things I had posted were the fact that the server issues were a bit irritating, and that I couldn't match with my friend or people who I met. I couldn't match with them even if I was in their party. I would still have to go into the screen and click join game. And it looks like they fixed that one too. Leveling, I'm not sure if that one was fixed, but you know, I logged in today and I was level 20. And I'm seeing people who are like level 1, so it might have been fixed, it might not have been, I don't know, but, you know, so far it's really fun. And the map itself, I like the fact that you don't have to go into the thermite and all that. That's so much extra attention, and it's so much extra like loudness that I really don't like it, so... I am really appreciative that there's like a whole stealth section and that they kept stealth part of it. I do wish, however, though, that they would take like that thermite because you can go and get the vault door open and then literally trigger it 2 steps before getting the vault door open. You know, you get the executive and they have to scan it, but you've already done all the work to open the vault essentially and get to it where you have to scan it. So I feel like having like a tertiary objective there where you could just thermite the actual like vault wall would be better. Something that rewards you for spending the time of doing that, you know? Because if you get all the way to that point, you've already spent 10-15 minutes. Whoa. You've already spent 10-15 minutes getting to that point, and now all it takes is one guard and you're entirely fucked. So it's either you start over or you just keep going on with the progression of, you just keep doing the progression. And it's one of those things, you know? So it's I don't know, it's I wish they'd have a third option, and it's entirely possible that when the full game comes out in 6 weeks, that there will be a third option. But yeah, it is a very fun game, guys. If you guys are interested in playing it, let me know. Oh God, and I'd be happy to play with you guys. I believe it's cross-platform between Xbox and PC, because I'm seeing some Xbox icons whenever I play. And I think that's in the beta, so, you know, when the full game gets released, if they don't have crossplay, I feel like that's a big step back for them rather than a step forward, so. But I'm pretty sure it will be crossplay, you know, there's no reason not to make it crossplay. Did that dude just like do some sort of fucking antler thing to me? What the fuck was that? Oh, maybe deer up ahead, be careful. I don't know. If there's deer up ahead, that would be cool. But yeah, Payday beta, it is definitely worth it, man. It's such a fun game. It's such a fun game, guys. Once I get paid, you know, I should really get riding gear. But once I get paid, I'll probably look at purchasing the beta. Just because, or not the beta, the full game, pre-purchasing it. Just so that way I don't have to worry about, you know, 6 weeks right before it comes out, getting it. But it is definitely a game that I am enjoying. I'm expecting to probably put another roughly 20 hours. Is this middle belt? No, it's not. I'm expecting to put about another 20 hours into the beta. And so, yeah, roughly about 35, 40 hours into the beta. I would say that I'm going to be pretty well knowledgeable for when the game drops. Hopefully they do another beta and I get access to that one too. Maybe it'll be an open beta. Maybe it'll be closed, I'm not sure, but it has been fun so far. And from what I heard from other people was that the beta build that they're doing now was actually a lower, it was an older build, so like they hadn't done some of the extra things that they've done now. But at the same time, I'm not entirely sure if that's the case or not, you know. So, it has been fun. I believe the game is going to be like $50. I plan on buying the gold edition, which is like essentially the most expensive version, which I think they're only charging like $89 for maybe, or it's like $79.99, so it ends up being like $86 after taxes. I got distracted by the view, that's what happened there, guys. Yeah, it's a fun game. So I guess while I'm still on this drive, right, so I've probably been, you know, talking about it for, I don't know, we're probably at 15 minutes now, so I probably only got about 5 minutes left, give or take. You know, I've had one of these weeks where, you know, you just don't, it's just not been a fun week, you know. I did get out and was able to go riding more, but for mental health reasons, it hasn't affected me as much as I was hoping for. So I'm gonna try this tattoo therapy and just go get a tattoo. Worst case scenario, you know, it's not a tattoo design I want and I just waste $20, but you know, other case scenario, I go and I spend $20 and I get a tattoo. And who knows, maybe if I like the first one, I'll just get a second one while I'm here. You know, it's been one of those rough weeks. Very stark. Actually, that's where I had a crash, because right here, it turns into just straight black ice during the winter, and it makes it a little bit rough. And so I was in my old 2002 ZX2. Ooh, ducks. I was in my old 2002 ZX2, and I ended up hitting a strip of black ice, and she had like a minor dent. Like, I'm talking like I could fix it. I did do collision technology for collision repair for about 2 years, 3 years. So, you know, I'm not new to fixing dents. It's something that I could have done in about 30 minutes and then sent into the paint booth, and we would have probably billed them for about 6 hours worth of work plus paints. You know, it was nothing too crazy. There was like no damage, but my whole front end was just absolutely destroyed, and so that was a bit of a nuisance to get fixed. I did it all myself. It was different colored bumpers and stuff like that, but it was definitely not cheap for me to fix mine. Oh fuck. It costed me, I think, about $300 to replace my front bumper, because my front bumper had it was like a built-in impact bar, so the whole bumper had to be replaced, and I had to go and get one that was actually like decent quality. With it being so old, it was about 15 years old at the time. There weren't very many that, you know, are affordable, that are in good condition when you're talking about, you know, saving your life in the event of a crash. But you know, so it was a costlier thing. I even told her that if she wanted to bring her car to the shop, I would do it, you know, cheaper than anywhere else could. And since I was working at a dealership, you know, we'd have the dealership warranty.